Good morning, amazing people. It's gonna be a good day. Before we start, Ashlyn is my videographer today, my lovely wife. Say hi, Ashlyn.
Hi, Ashlyn.
I want you to share a verse of the day.
Romans 12:1. I beseech you therefore, brethren, by the mercies of God, that you present your bodies a living sacrifice, holy, acceptable unto God, which is your reasonable service.
Okay, that was really long, but what I got from that is present your bodies as a living sacrifice. One of the best ways to do that, we talk about all the time, is working out, training hard, getting great sleep, and fueling your body, because your body is a temple of the Holy Spirit. What the heck is up here? There's literally
They're just moving.
Driving a house. I didn't know you could drive a house. Looks like your grandma's house.
What grandma are you talking about?
Actually, I'm thinking my great grandma. She actually had a house that actually looked just like that. Anyways, oh my gosh, look, this is perfect. Zoom in on that. Do you follow Jesus this close? The next 3 weeks, really till June 1st, which is longer than that, we have off from football, which is really nice. So I'm gonna show you at least 3 of my favorite footwork drills to do. So we're gonna lace up the cleats, get on the field. We'll roll stretch, get on the field a little bit, do some conditioning. We'll get some catches in with Ashlyn being my jugs machine operator. She's the best jugs machine shooter in the world. And then we're gonna go get a workout in. So basically, I'm just gonna show you what I do to train. Good thing about right now is most of the time I can't carry around a camera in lifts, but since we're not doing team lifts, I can show you guys what I'm doing. So, should be a good time. As always, if you have any questions about my training, about my fueling, anything in life, ask me, because I'm gonna answer everything in the comments. Let's have a great day, and let's honor the Lord. As we're walking in, Ashlyn, go ahead and update the people on your pregnancy. You can't tell, she's pregnant.
I am 35 weeks and 3 days.
Let's go.
I lied. 34.
34 weeks and 5 days.
3 days.
She's getting close.
Weeks and 3 days.
She's getting dang close. I think I've said on here before, but his name's Titus. Titus is gonna be a stud.
Yes, Zachariah.
Titus Zachariah. Zachariah comes from my little brother and originally from the Bible. So, all good names.
Meanwhile, hello.
I got my cleats. So, I think it rained 2 nights ago, so my cleats are pretty wet. But it's okay. I'm going to warm up, but look how pretty this stadium is.
They're
Write
getting
down
ready.
in the comments.
Oh.
Put your dream stadium to play in. Mine is Paulson. Easily my favorite part of the weight room is that you can oversee the field. So anytime we're working out, we can literally envision playing on the field here in a few months. Pretty sweet setup. If you're interested in my warm-up routine, rolling, stretching, any amount of body care, recovery, pre-practice, post-practice, anything in between, I just posted a video a few weeks ago, but I go over everything that I do to take care of my body. And this is stuff I've learned over the last, really, 18 years of playing football. This is my 4th year of college football. And man, I've learned a lot from Division I coaches, Division I players, NFL coaches. And this is kind of the stuff I've compiled over the last few years of me really learning from the top-notch best in the business. Because for me, I've never been the biggest, fastest, strongest, all of these things, but I've had a great work ethic and I've been able to compound consistency, whether it's taking care of my body or it's catching, working out, all of these things. And so that's why I've really made this page, because you don't have to be the most craziest talented player out there to be successful. You can be somebody that works hard. You can be somebody that continues to level up over time because they're willing to work really hard. So if you're interested in that, go back to one of my old videos. I've given so much knowledge away for free. All I ask in return is that you hit subscribe. So I'm gonna finish up in here. Then we're gonna go out there and do some footwork, and then we're gonna catch with Ashlyn shooting the jugs, and then we're gonna go work out. One of the most important things you do before you get on the field, and this is before running routes, this is before most workouts, especially if I'm gonna sprint, and then of course before any practice or games, but activation. Obviously you know about rolling, you know about stretching. This is something I recently learned about, but activating all the big muscle groups like your calves, like your quads, like your hamstrings, your glutes, all these things. And even for me, my adductors, my hips, all of these things. So I'm gonna show you a few of the things that I'm talking about, but this is really important that you do before you're gonna do anything where you're gonna be sprinting, put your foot in the ground. Obviously, this is gonna allow your body to be twitchier, to be able to use your muscles to the best of your ability, but it's also gonna help with injury prevention, and you'll feel a really big difference when you start implementing this. So I'm gonna try to set this up where you can see. But for instance, this is gonna be a hip activation right here. You're just gonna hug one side and you're gonna lift. And this is activating that front hip. It's also activating that quad if you squeeze your quad in the front. Another one is gonna be my glutes. We call this our ham sandwich. So you're gonna go out like this, and you're gonna go 3 each way. You're gonna go long, medium, short. So you're gonna start with your left leg, then you're gonna go your right leg, then you're gonna go both legs. And this is 3 each way as well. So you're gonna pick up one leg, and this is just activating that back chain behind you. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. And you'll feel almost this burning. It might even cramp, but what it's doing is it's lighting up all these muscles and it's activating them so that they're ready to fire. And so when you go out there and you put your foot in the ground, it's not the first time that this blood flow is getting through these legs. Another one that is good for your hips is you can get on all fours and do this, but you can literally just stand here and activate that hip at the top, squeeze it and hold it. But again, you're lighting up these sides right here. And again, you'll see people do it on all fours. They're right here, they're lighting up the hip, they'll maybe do circles, all of that, but different ways to activate that lower chain so that your body is primed and ready to perform at a high level when you step out on the field. Probably my favorite part about our facility is this indoor. It's a pretty sweet setup. We just built this probably 2 years ago, I wanna say. And what's cool is all on the outside, from this side all the way to the end, and then also on that end is all these booster suites. Do our little eagle walk, we'll pull up our buses right here. We'll have all the fans lined up on both sides right here, and this is the walkway that we take to the facility. So it's a pretty sweet setup. And for a Saturday game, literally all of this is filled with RVs, with tailgating spots. People are grilling out. Literally be a Thursday night and RVs will already be out here for a Saturday game, just getting ready for the game in Polson. The best atmospheres in college football. Our fans are amazing. But yeah, pretty sweet setup in here. You can tell it gets a lot of use. I want to share with you guys 3 of the most important footwork drills, if you want to say, that I've learned over the last few years. For me, I've learned if you dumb things down, and that sounds kind of bad, but if you dumb things down for a receiver, what really matters? Well, your release, whether it's press or second level release, your top of your route, and then catching the ball. And so for me, those are the things that I focus on. And so when you simplify it to that, you can see all these crazy drills on the internet. You can see all these fancy cone things, and you're like, how can I possibly do that? But Davante Adams said it best. And for those who don't know, Davante Adams is one of the best receivers ever. And he said in his training, he just runs routes. Because if you want to get better at running a slant, what do? You run a slant. If you want to get better at running a curl, what do? You run curls. That is the approach that I like to take of simplifying it. So I'm gonna go over some releases, I'm gonna go over some top of routes, and then later we're gonna catch the ball. My socks are literally wet. I put my socks and my cleats in my truck last night, and it either rained last night or the night before, but my cleats and my socks are soaked.
Your shoulder muscles look good.
Oh, thank you. I love compliments from my wife, by the way. I like compliments from you guys if you want to put them in the comments. That helps my video do better, but I really like compliments from my wife. We're gonna break down releases to start, and I'm not gonna go too crazy into it, but I'm gonna explain some of the most efficient releases that I've learned over my career. And then the second thing, we'll do top of route, and then the third thing is we'll go catch footballs. Front foot is gonna be your lead foot, right? And so your stick is gonna be this back foot, and your jab is gonna be the next foot. Number one, the easiest release, obviously for us, but one of the most difficult releases for a DB to cover is literally a speed release. And all this is running with speed off the ball. So if they're pressing you right here, obviously you wanna hide your shoulders, right? And you always wanna be ready to hand fight. So get your hands up, you wanna hide your chest, and a speed release is literally what it sounds like. You're using speed to get around them. And then you're always fighting to stack, which means you're fighting around them, but then you're fighting to get back on your line so that they're behind you. You get down, loaded in your stance, hands up, ready to fight, and you're just firing out, and then fighting to get back on your line. And again, if you all have questions, let me know, but I'm gonna try to get through this as simple and as efficient as possible. The second thing is your stick release. So again, you have press, but you're gonna go like you're going to that speed release, and you're sticking that foot into the ground. So a lot of the times when you initially step right here, what's the DB gonna do? Well, he's gonna step right here, and that opens his inside up for you to be able to put that foot in the ground and get back inside. And then again, we're always trying to stack our defender, whether we go outside or inside. So it's the same thing. That stick, throw by, and then you're fighting to get back on your line. Now we have our stick jab release, and this is basically a counter to your stick. So stick, you think you've got to go inside, right? Jab, and then what does that DB do if you have to go back outside? Well, they're patient right here, and then maybe they go hard inside, and that opens the outside again. Initially what you're fighting for, right? So here's your stick jab release. Stick, jab, throw by, hide the numbers, and again, always fighting to stack back for your line. Because what happens is we think we should run wide, but then a good DB, not a bad one, but a good DB is just gonna recover and they're gonna run you out of bounds. And we don't want that, obviously. So I like to think in 45-degree angles. If I go too straight, what's gonna happen? I'm gonna get hands on me. If I go too wide, well, I'm gonna get washed. If I'm thinking 45-degree angle, well, then that's the perfect angle for me to be able to fire through, get enough space from him, but also be able to restack. The third release that I'm gonna talk about, and I know I said I wasn't gonna talk about it, but this is just too important not to, is a split release. And a lot of people have a bad idea about what this means, is they think that you're split releasing like this. You never wanna get airtime. Always think you're going down into the ground. So you split, you're going down into the ground so that now you have a two-way go. You can go right or you can go left. And it's really hard for a DB. So again, what you wanna work on is still attacking your feet, right? So you're attacking their feet, you're going into the ground, and then from here, you can go back to your speed release. You can split, go stick release, or you can go split, stick, jab release, and you're back out. Right now, we're talking man-to-man, second level release. The biggest thing to know is you wanna attack leverage the majority of the time, and you wanna step on toes. What that means is you're gonna attack your leverage. If he's standing right here, you don't wanna make a move until you step on his feet. Because what happens is if I'm scared to go attack his feet, and maybe I make a cut right here when he's standing at 5 yards and I try to go out, well, what's he gonna do? He can tell exactly where I'm going because I make my step there, and then he just washes me out of bounds. But if I don't make the move until I step on his feet, well, he's gotta stand still, and we're basically freezing the DB's feet for as long as we possibly can. Now we're talking top of your route. And this is one of the most important because basically what you're doing is you're restarting your route. So whether that DB is 5 yards behind you and you've killed him off the release, or he's right on your hip, it doesn't matter. You've got to be really efficient out of the top of your route because your route has completely restarted. So what we're going to work on first is your punch step. So you can be running, but if you can't punch that foot in the ground, well, then you're gonna take too much time, especially if you're falling over yourself or you're not efficient. So the best way to work on that is I'll just do falling into my punch step. So you're just working this, right? You can do this a million times, left and right. And literally what that's allowing you to do is you're holding tail 10, 15, 20 yards. You put that foot in the ground. You want to think everything is vertical until it's not, because that's what's really hard for the defense. If they see you hold it, and then you put your foot in the ground, well, they can't react until you do that. But if they see you running, but you're slowing up and you look like this, and some people get really choppy with their feet, well, then a good DB is going to break on that really quick. And that's when pick sixes happen. That's when DBs put their foot in the ground and they jump in and they swat it in front of you. You always want to think it's vertical until it's not. And then that's when you put that trigger step into the ground. The next piece of that is getting your hips around. Okay, so another great drill to do with that is you're falling and you're getting your hips in the ground. You see where my feet are at? I want this foot slightly in front of my back foot, because if it goes like this, well, then my hips aren't getting around, and then that's when people get really choppy and they have to do it 2 more steps instead of just getting that hip around, and then they can get out of their route extremely efficiently. So just looks like this, over and over and over. Falling, 1, 2. Now we're gonna go back to our trigger step, and then we're gonna do our 1, 2, and then we're gonna get out of it. 1, 1, 2, out of it. This is a really good drill to work for your top of your route, right? Imagine we've got 4 cones. I don't have cones with me right now, or else I'd use them. But imagine we have a cone there, 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 and there. This is after you've worked that top of the drill route and you can put it into play, right? So you're just gonna be firing off. And work. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. Right? And what I'm about to finish with is a little bit of conditioning. So I'm gonna go 3, maybe 4 sets, depending on how my legs feel, of 5 routes. In our system, we call it red ball, but we go really fast. And so what I'm gonna do is condition my heart, my lungs, and also my legs to be able to withstand that, because when I'm conditioned, football is so fun. But when I'm huffing and puffing and my legs are burning, that's when I question how much I love football. So I'm going to line up on the 20, so I'm gonna run an inside fade, a dig, a slant, option route, and a go ball. I'm gonna do all that as fast as I possibly can. Again, if I wanna get better at running routes, well, don't do all this crazy cone drills and ladders and all this whatever that doesn't do anything. Run routes. If you wanna get better at riding a bike, you ride a bike. If you wanna get faster, you sprint. If you wanna get better at running routes, run routes. Now, obviously there's a healthy balance there. Like I just showed you some drills, but don't get so complicated that nothing translates. Pregnancy things right here. Are you about to have this baby? Me too. We're about to go to the beach actually tomorrow. So we're saying baby Titus has to hold off at least 1 more week and then he can come. Or we'll have a seaside, beachside baby. So if you guys know any hospitals in the seaside area, now's a good time to let us know. All right, we do this almost every day. Well, I don't know about every day, but we do this a lot. What's 3 things you're grateful for? And you can't say the Bible or Jesus or any of those cop-outs, because obviously, yeah, or family or something like that. You've got to be creative. 3 things you're thankful for.
Water.
Heck yeah. Real. Which I'm out of right now.
Fruit.
Heck yeah.
And pretty clouds.
And pretty clouds. Look at those pretty clouds. I'm gonna get creative and I'm gonna say this beautiful place that I get to play at for the last few years. Absolutely gorgeous. I think they just finished graduation, so that's why there's a bunch of seating on the field.
Were about to have it.
Oh, they're about to have it. The second thing is I would say I'm thankful for the beach, because we're going to the beach tomorrow and we're fired up. Our favorite place in the world. We'll probably live at the beach one day. Probably not, but probably maybe. Who knows? The third thing, this is one of my favorite things ever, is supplements. I'm talking creatine, protein, electrolytes.
I feel like that's more.
I feel like that's That's a good one. I've never said supplements. I literally am obsessed with supplements. So I'm going with supplements. I am what they call the judge's wish.
Who calls you that?
Pretty much everybody. I only do this every day of my life, except for Sundays, because that's the Lord's Day. Every day is the Lord's Day, but you know what I mean. Our first game is here versus Charleston Southern. I want to say that's September 4th, 5th, something like that. Then we go play at Clemson, which will be awesome. Then we go play Jacksonville State, and then we play here versus Houston. So that is our first 4 games, and then we have the Sun Belt Conference play, obviously. So come out to a game, come support. And if you stay after, I'll meet you, take pictures. I'll probably want your autograph. Nobody wants mine. Come hang.
Slide.
If you want to see my full tennis ball and hands routine, I made a video on that a few weeks ago, but I'll show you right now a few things that we did. But tennis balls is incredible for hand-eye coordination, getting your eyes and your hands working together. I do this before every game, before every practice, before every throwing session, and it makes a huge difference. For all you gaming nerds, it's like before you play Fortnite, you go to creative mode and you do all these builds and edits and all that. That's what I used to do back in the day before you go play, because you play better. You're warming yourself up. People may say, Josh, why do you work so hard at football? And I will say, in 1 Corinthians, which is in the Bible, it says, whether you eat or drink or whatever you do it all for the glory of God. So, tennis ball drills and jugs and footwork, I'm literally doing this with all my heart, and it literally is worship and honor to God. So, if you're in class today, or you're obeying your parents, you're taking the trash out, whatever it is, if you do it for the Lord, it is worship to Him. Praise God. All right, Ashwell. Now sing a worship song. Oh no. Actually, she's incredible at singing.
Shut
Her
up.
family sings, and it's amazing. All right, Ashley, it's your turn. Show them how a pregnant lady does it.
I literally can't even hold it.
Yes, you can. Lick your fingers, it gives you more grip.
I'm not. That's so unsafe.
It actually does help.
This one's slippier from yesterday.
Oh, you've got this. Come on. Show the people how it's done. Oh, oh my gosh,
You're
don't
just
fall.
trying to make me look.
She's actually a beast. In high school, she literally got an offer to play flag football at the national champs of college football for flag football. She's a beast.
But they use junior balls.
They toss it up and catch. You have to end on a catch. Just
But
hey. All right, we got Ashlyn on the jugs. I'm catching. Woo. Good spiral. For the jugs machine, for the jugs, you want to overemphasize everything. So even the difference of catching a ball like this versus big like that makes all the difference in the world. So every time I'm thinking, spread my hands big, obviously you want to press these fingers and your thumbs together, and you always want to be stepping through the ball. And then I think, take a picture of the ball. So when the ball's right here, I'll pause it for a second, take a picture of it so I'm looking it in, working my eyes, and then I always put it to the tuck. And then I'll work turning upfield, tight turns, different stuff like that. But you want to create really good habits so that on the field, it feels super natural. All right, now deep balls. Men, always get the door for your ladies, even if she tries to open it herself.
Thank you.
My pleasure. Hey, Titus. Hey! That looks like a perfect pouch for a baby to go in.
And then I'll strap them, and then baby just sits here.
Dang! That's awesome. That's perfect for game days. All right, let's go work out. To be honest, we don't have a lot of time because I'm actually having lunch with one of my guys, Zach Pearson. You've probably seen him before, actually, but we're going to get a little bit of lunch. So we don't have crazy long, but I want to make sure that I get a little bit of a lower body workout in, get in the sauna, do some mobility, because right now, what?
You have like maybe 30 minutes.
She said she's laughing at me because we don't have a lot of time. The good thing is right now, like I said, first of all, I'm not even really supposed to be doing anything this week. Our coaches told us to really be off of our bodies this week. So what I'm going to be showing you isn't like a typical, like trying to get way stronger, trying to get crazy explosive. It's more so a maintenance period workout. So also we're working with machine weights in here because obviously our weight room's down. So we've got like quad machine, some goblet squats, some hamstring, again, getting blood flow, getting some good maintenance, but we are in kind of a recovery phase. I almost forgot this. This is the most important part of this video. So my niece, her name is Aurelia Blaze. And I said last time we were in town that I would speak to Aurelia Blaze for a second. So Aurelia, or I say baby Blaze, hi, how you doing? I love you, I miss you, and I cannot wait to see you and Titus grow up together. One of the best places on earth where you can get huge, massive sauna, swim, and do pretty much everything. It's my favorite place. Heck yeah. Your range of motion is definitely better than mine. Another great thing on days like today, there's more of a maintenance style lift to keep strength. You want to make sure you're getting a lot of range of motion. So on your deep squats, making sure you're getting your butt to your calves, trying to get as low as you possibly can to the floor. Another thing I'd like to implement is jumping. Obviously today, trying to keep it lower intensity, but jump as much as you possibly can. You'll get more explosive and you'll get way faster. I'm gonna hop in the sauna and then stretch a little bit. And there is my training session for the day. Now to pair with that, make sure you're fueling at a high level and make sure you're sleeping so you get the recovery and you get everything charged back so you can do it again the next day. If you have questions, let me know. I'm gonna get to everybody in the comments. Make sure you're subscribing. And also, if you guys are ever interested in more day-to-day type content, I post on my Instagram, on my story, and on my posts almost every single day. So over there, you can see more content. But as always, Jesus loves you, I love you, and have a great day.